Yesterday we left Paige Patterson and Paul Pressler in a booth at the Café du Monde in New Orleans in 1967, with Pressler telling Patterson that he had devised a strategy by which they and others who thought like them could take control of the Southern Baptist Convention and reshape it to fit their particular theology and biblical interpretation. In the Fundamentalist Takeover in the Southern Baptist Convention, A Brief History, Rob James and Gary Leeser write that Pressler explained to Patterson that the key is the immense appointive powers of the SBC president. Each spring, Pressler explained, the president appoints a committee on committees. Then, at the annual SBC meeting that June, that committee nominates and the SBC messengers elect a second large committee, the all-important Committee on Boards. A year later, at the next annual meeting, this committee nominates a person for every vacancy on every one of the 20 boards of trustees and directors that govern the convention's agencies and institutions. James and Leeser explained that it requires several years to shift the majority on any given board, but a series of presidents can bring that change about if all of them follow a single plan. That is precisely what happened, and that was Pressler's strategy. As James and Leeser point out, although SBC messengers have final say in electing trustees and directors, there was never time for those thousands of messengers to examine and then put forward motions to change more than a handful of the nearly 250 nominations each year. So Pressler's strategy was to enlist a succession of prominent SBC pastors to run for SBC president, who, once elected, would appoint only committee members who would hew to the Pressler-Patterson agenda. But they would need an issue to persuade these pastors to cooperate with them and then to motivate messengers to vote for them. We'll take a close look at the issue they chose in tomorrow's Baptist Brief.